Are you kind of referring to him versus Armada or just other stuff?
Who was it? Keizu. I was commentating him versus Keizu at Mango, and he did the same exact thing. Just did not lead the top flat the entire time. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm saying it's
Sick.
like it might be a regular thing he does versus Peach now. We'll see. Game 1 on Battlefield.
Yeah. So Wes, I feel like, is kind of the Falco against Peach. Like, if you've ever watched him versus Bladewise, it's like pretty
one-sided.
Bad, yeah. And Wes's pace against Peach is just so different. He's not just fast, but like, you know, sometimes you'll have players. There's that famous clip of Lovage versus Hugs, where Lovage does all this stuff, and he's just like moving around the platform, whatever, doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and Hugs just shoots a charge shot and hits him. Wes is not like that. He does a bunch of crazy movement stuff, all these platform tricks or whatever, but like it's actually very efficient. Like it just always has some specific purpose and always seems to land against Peach or put some sort of pressure against Peach.
Yeah.
So I really like that about Wes's play. If you are a Falco main and you want to learn this matchup, watch Westballz.
For sure. No, he as you said, he's very fancy with his movement, but there's always kind of a purpose to it. It's not just random fancy movement for the sake of looking cool.
Right. That's what I think as well. We can probably get that from a Peach's perspective, but that's what it looks like to me.
For sure.
And so Ryobeat,
nice,
you know,
shield.
Speaking of up-and-comers.
Yeah. Ryobeat been doing very well in the tri-state area where he's from. And I don't believe he's had any crazy success on a national level yet, but he's certainly on his way there.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know about Shine.
Yeah, it could have just been a dare, right? Probably would have ended the stock, but that's the thing with Westballz sometimes. He seems to extend combos that don't need extending.
That's just one thing I never really understood about Westballz sometimes, where he does all these things that I also don't understand, that are just super, super good, but sometimes when it's just, oh, just, you know, do the down air, he just doesn't go for it, and I wonder if, you know, he thought the down air wasn't going to work, or if he just has some other idea in mind, or he just wants to be cool, or doesn't see the down air, I don't know.
It's hard to say. I feel like he just wants to be cool. I feel like that's the most likely explanation. That's generally the vibe that you get from Westballz, but we'll see. I mean, to be fair, in those situations, it usually doesn't cost him. It typically only costs him when he's playing like a top 10 player, and then he goes for something crazy like that when he could just get like a down air and end of stock, for example, tries to extend a combo. Then it ends up mattering a lot more.
Right. Oh, I like the threaten of the shield drop.
Yeah.
That's actually so Westballz, yeah.
One of the best shield droppers in the game. Okay. Nice follow-up. Not a huge lead for Westballz, though. Does have to be careful. But I don't know. I mean, so we had kind of this same situation in game 1 of Squid versus Wavebringer, but for some reason this lead feels way more secure for Westballz. I think it's partially, obviously, he's a very good player, but I think it's also the way he plays. Squid is very like defensive and can get caught off guard a lot. I feel like Westballz is more ready for those situations, so I feel a lot safer about Weston taking this one, but he does lose that stock, so far from over.
Yeah, if we're talking about Westballz in scramble situations, he's so good. Oh, power shield down smash.
Oh!
Ryobeat.
Wow. Wait a second.
I can't believe Wes got that tech, by the way.
Yeah, that was an insane tech, actually.
Yeah, because it came from a dash attack, which could have been a tech trap. If Ryobeat, you know, didn't do that dash attack, then there would have been no tech from Westballz.
Right.
So, and actually, you know, Ryobeat actually with the lead right now with that big combo, and Westballz kind of doing the full hop, top platform camping stuff that he's kind of been doing all game, but look at how reserved Westballz is right now.
Yeah,
so much respect to his opponent.
He's certainly being careful right now, and kind of have to be with Falco in this situation. All right.
Oh, no!
Gets caught, and
that's it.
The nair.
That's it.
Ryobeat is going to take game 1 against Westballz. Westballz kind of thinking about it here, like, how did I lose that?
Yeah, how did he lose that? I think it really came from the second to last stock, and then yeah, as Falco, we kind of talked about it. You can have so much momentum in the beginning. We said this exact same thing, and it can disappear with just 2 hits.
Yeah.
And if you don't continue to be vigilant and continue to put on that pressure, your opponent just gets all that positive reinforcement and all that confidence to just go in even harder against you.
Right.
And to take even more risks
Yeah.
that they probably should have from the beginning, but it's just kind of scary too, right? But, you know, I like the choice. Stadium gives a little bit more room for Westballz to kind of move around Ryobeat.
Yeah, and I imagine we got the Yoshi's ban from Ryobeat as well, which is why we're not on Yoshi's.
Right, yeah, Westballz 100% would have gone Yoshi's.
For sure. All right, so Ryobeat with that surprising Game 1 win, but Westballz trying to even it up right now.
Yeah, again, this is okay. Oh, big.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, that was a quick grab.
Yeah, the aerial interrupt, or I think he just floated onto the platform and landed.
Yeah, I think maybe a no-impact land.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peach is one of the characters that doesn't need to use an aerial interrupt.
Right.
Her float actually is just, well, I mean, you can stop the float at any height.
Right. So it's essentially, effectively works the same without the necessity of the aerial.
Right. Yeah, and you have control over it. Like, if it's a high platform, low platform, you can do the same thing, but super fast.
Yeah. All right, Westballz going over there just to test the waters.
Yeah, I feel like Westballz is actually going to go down.
It's
but I don't
very
think
possible.
He should.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't.
That's, yeah, that's.
Oh, and the death turnip gets dropped by a laser. Very fortunate for Westballz. Oh, I love that, the push off. If someone's shielding at the edge of a platform, you can just literally run past them. It's going to push them off 100% of the time, and you get a free hit there. Nice.
Oh, okay. You know, I love that crouch cancel from Westballz. One of the scariest things to ever do against Peach is crouch canceling.
Right.
Even though in a lot of situations it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Right. If she's in the air, you actually want to crouch cancel. That's like the KJH. You know, that's what he's kind of taught me. You can crouch cancel Peach's like float fair, and then do running JC shine and actually just beat it at 0.
I see. Yeah, no, it's definitely not a bad option in certain situations versus Peach, but the character overall just makes you feel like you shouldn't crouch cancel. Because obviously that down smash, if you end up crouch canceling, you're taking like 60 damage. Ooh. Okay. Nice edge guard from Ryobeat. Still a big deficit, but he had a big deficit toward the end of Game 1. We saw that win.
So, man, Ryobeat's gotten killed at the edge, I think, you know, at least 2 times, this stock and the first stock. And it feels like he kind of just corners himself sometimes and doesn't know how to get out, which that's one of Peach's like biggest weaknesses, right? She has no ledge aim.
Right.
And a lot of times when you're just like stuck shielding by the edge, it's like, what do you even do? Do you grab the edge? No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I guess you just like float out of the way, but sometimes you don't have your float, so it's like, maybe that's a position that you want to get Peach in as Falco or as another character a lot. Which, you know, we're seeing right now. Wes has done a very good job holding center stage and kind of pushing Ryobeat to the side.
Yeah, he's trying to keep him in the corner as much as possible, and it's definitely been working out for him. Ooh, nice little down tilt from Ryobeat. The power shield down smash and actually leads to a kill via an SD from Westballz.
No way.
So much damage already. Already has him at 50. This is a very possible upset right now. Westballz got to be careful.
Oh no. He actually, Westballz, don't go for that.
Okay.
Oh, these power shields.
Yeah, good shield grab.
Although power shield grab actually isn't really any better than a normal shield grab, turns out. But
still looks cool.
Still, yeah. Still's like, oh, I got the timing and.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, weak back air to up air. I don't think I've ever seen that combo in that way.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was pretty nice from Westballz. Good reaction. And little fist bump from there as well from Westballz. I think he's actually feeling the heat a bit from Ryobeat.
And being Westballz, Westballz has been a top 10 player for so long, but not to say that he's struggled to keep his placing, but he has, had like other challengers, and so even, a win like this is going to be meaningful in that sort of position. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Back there, yeah, let's go.
All right, so game 3 here. It is 1-1 Westballz versus Ryobeat. Ryobeat trying to pull this massive upset.
And, one thing that we've seen from Ryobeat that we don't see from other Peach players is it looks like he's intentionally gone for power shield down smash. That's the DOH special.
Yeah,
I know you know.
DOH.
I know you know. But the people out there don't know.
No, it's super good. Very underutilized tactic, especially for Peach. But in general, I feel like a lot of different players, Peach players, any players really, just the power shield into, because when you power shield, you essentially get to drop your shield instantly, as opposed to normally if you let go of your shield, there's going to be several frames before you can act, obviously. But if you power shield, immediately drop it and do an attack, that attack's going to come out straight away.
Right. And when you think about it, it's like, okay, to put into frames, what's your best option out of shield? It's shield grab, which is like frame 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you're Fox, okay, you have JC shine out of shield, which is 4. But now all of a sudden, it's like if you have access to down smash, oh, you have a 5-frame out of shield option that has a huge range and combos.
Yeah.
Oh
does a
my
ton of damage.
God, I am not going to approach you anymore.
Yeah.
You are scary as hell.
Yeah.
So,
especially if you can be consistent with it. Make it very difficult.
So we'll see if Ryobeat goes for that more. Now, let's see.
Oh, wow. Actually caught him all the way at the top with the up air.
I don't really, man, we saw this from Wavebringer as well. If you're Peach, you shouldn't be getting edge guarded by Falco like that. You just straight shouldn't. Have you seen Armada get hit by stuff like that?
No.
And the difference is that Armada just takes his time, and I think that's okay. Take your time. If it prevents you from getting killed like that, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think with Armada, you would see a lot more float in place rather than necessarily immediately floating toward the stage. He would kind of sometimes drift back a little bit even before coming forward. He just had really, really good mix-ups on his recovery, and definitely from these lower-level Peaches, I don't want to say lower level, but Ryobeat and Wavebringer are obviously very good players. But as far as their recovery goes, they're definitely not mixing it up to make it harder on the Falco.
While that happened, he had the most Westballz of stocks.
Yeah. Westballz with a slim 2-stock-to-1 lead. Looking very much like that game 1 lead. So we saw again how that turned out. Oh, what a nice little combo from Ryobeat. And wow, covering so many options there.
I feel like, wow, Wes and Ryobeat basically did the same combo to each other. Just comboed one from one side of Fountain to the other.
Yeah.
Insane. So,
right.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Approaching Peach from below.
Ryobeat actually going for that up B, not working out for him.
Yeah, what does Peach have to catch Falco on the top platform? If not, a quick move like up B.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only option she has.
Oh,
she can sing an up air in.
Did you see that? Ryobeat hit the power shield for the power shield down smash. Oh, not gonna kill, but spot dodge because I think he held shield a little bit too long.
So he got the spot dodge. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the back air will do it. Yeah. Great composure from Westballz. Looking pretty untouchable on that last stock and taking it, but obviously amazing showing from Ryobeat.